Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Zogi and I'm a Gemini, which is why this channel is called Zogi the Gemini. So as you guys can see, we're in a different setting. I'm in Nigeria, so I have to be creative with where I can shoot. But anyways, so today, as the title says, we're here to talk about something a bit different. I haven't really been doing sit-down videos in a while, and this whole video was sparked by a conversation I was having the other day with my close friend, and we were talking about the fact that I don't feel like I'm as confident as I once was, which is somewhat surprising to me, but not surprising at the same time. So if you are interested to hear more about the whole rationale, the thinking, and everything that has been going on in this brain of mine, then make sure you stay tuned. If you're there, make sure you like, comment and subscribe. Now let's get into this video. Before I start this video, guys, do you know what it taught me to be able to position a camera? Inside, my mom is very loud. Outside, it's very loud. So the car, but you know when I'm in a car, that's when you know we're gonna talk. Do you get it? That's when you know I have something to say. So you guys know, yeah, I've always been, oh, you may not know, you may be new to my channel, you haven't watched my videos in a bit, but you'll know that confidence is not something I've necessarily struggled with for the most of my life, in all fairness. I've definitely struggled with people having opinions on me, and people giving me their unwanted opinions, advice. Do you get what I mean? No one asked you, but they'll be given. You know them ones. But yeah, so I've like struggled with that, but that hasn't necessarily impacted my confidence. Over the past year, there's been many changes, especially physical changes to me. So essentially I've lost weight. Cool. And it's mad because it's like, you know, people lose weight, yeah, and they're like, yeah, now I can wear what I want to wear. Now the confidence will come. No, I knew it was never going to be that case, because I was confident even when I was bigger. So do you get what I mean? I wasn't wanting to lose weight to then become confident, like, yes, I finally secured the ultimate confidence. I know there's no such thing as ultimate confidence, but anyway, so yeah, so lost some weight, right? And I think one thing I've kind of like understood about myself is that the way I live my life, I almost live my life in third person, in the sense that I like to look like, I like to like observe myself, but like take myself out of the equation, do you know what I mean? And kind of see what it is for what it is, rather than get too wrapped up in emotions and feelings, and do you know what I mean? So I've noticed I compare myself to other people much more than I ever done before, ever in my life. And that was kind of strange to me, especially when like the first few times that it happened, because I was like, wait, when did this start? What's going on here? When did we start this rubbish? Do you know what I mean? When did this bad behavior, as Nigerian moms will say, when did this bad behavior start? But I think for me, yeah, one of the main things is that when I was a bit bigger, right, I was my own version of representation. Now, what I mean by that is, when I bought clothes, I used to like, well, I'll buy like, let's say like 20 or whatever. I ain't never seen no 28 size model. Do you get what I mean? Size 28 model, do you get what I mean? And for the most part, I was the biggest person wherever I went. Biggest person in my family, biggest person in my friendship group, biggest person in the event. Like, I'm always the biggest person, right? So at that point, you can either go one or two ways. You can shy away based off the fact that you're the biggest person, and attention will be on you because you are the biggest person, and naturally people will stare at you, and some people are hating hoes and they will try and say shit or whatever. That's one way. And the other way it can go, which I feel like low-key I kind of like assumed, is I am the only representation of myself. So who the hell am I comparing myself to? I'm not gonna walk down the street and see someone that looks like me. There isn't another me. So I am the best version of myself because there's no one else that looks like me. Do you get what I mean? Like, I'm not seeing people like, do you get what I mean? I'm not seeing people that look like me on a regular basis. I'm not seeing, and I don't just mean like color wise, I mean everything. If you put all of my characteristics together, I'm not seeing that. That's not like a recent, that's not a common thing for me to see, nor is someone my size something common for me to see. So why would I shy away? Why would I compare myself to people when really truly they ain't no one for me to compare myself to. Now, that was the premise, and that was like part of the building blocks of my and that was part of the building blocks of my confidence, right? It wasn't the whole confidence, but it was part of what kind of sustained me to always be able to go, bro, if I'm gonna dance, I'm gonna dance. When I walk into a room, just no feminine, no feminine look nice. No one could tell me nothing. What? By the time I've declared to myself I look nice, do you get what I mean? I'm very critical of myself too. But by the time I've declared to myself, Zogie, you look good, no, there ain't no man or woman alive that could come tell me something. No one could tell me nothing. Do you get what I mean? Because I wasn't delusional to think I always look banging. But the time where I thought I looked banging, nobody could tell me nothing. Do you get what I mean? So anyway, so that was that year, and that was then. But a few weeks, no, I think it's like a month ago, right? So obviously you guys know I've been in Lagos for a few months. Well, not a few months, but I've been in Lagos, right? And I was getting these lashes done, right? And then the owner, she was wearing this two-piece that looked really nice. Now I was looking at it and I was like, oh, that will, like, yeah, this will definitely fit me. Like, me and her are roughly the same size now. Like, me and her are roughly the same size. And I asked her, where did you get it from? And then she was just like, yeah, they've got a lot. Like, they've got one, like, that will be for your size. Like, this is a bigger size. You can get, like, the size below that's a bit smaller. And in my head, I was like, oh, well, I thought we were the same size. But okay, cool. But then I was looking at it and I was just like, but her body, like, she had a proper hourglass. You know the ones where the two-piece was two-piece, and me, I ain't got an hourglass. I'm just managing myself. I'm just managing the body that God gave me, but I'm happy with it. But I was looking at it, I'm just like, is there any point me even getting this? Because I don't know if it will look as nice on me as it does on her because of her body type and, like, you know, the way her belly sits and the way her breast sits, and I just feel like this, that. Now, I never used to do that. I would have never done that before. And obviously that's just one instance, yeah. But it's happened like sometimes, even when I look on, you know, when you're shopping on ASOS or Pretty Little Thing and it says our models wearing UK size 18, and I'm like, oh, I can wear 18, but I don't know if I'll look like that. Do you get what I mean? So I think that's one of the main reasons, yeah, where my confidence has been shaken, because it's like, before I didn't see representation, but like, I realized, and this is going to be a separate video, but sometimes a lack of representation, I personally think, is actually kind of good, because you're not comparing yourself as much. You're not like trying to see, oh, but she looks like that and that and I look like that, because that just simply doesn't exist. But because now, obviously I'm still like probably would be like one of the biggest in the room, yeah, but because now, even in terms of sizes, I've got like a bit more flexibility, yeah, I'm now looking at the models who are basically pretty much the same size as me, some of the models, yeah, and I'm like, but I don't look like that. And I'm happy I'm going through this. I'm happy that I'm not as confident as I was before, because the reason why I say that is because I've always been someone that shouted from the rooftop, yeah, confidence is not a creation, confidence is not a thing, confidence is a development. Confidence needs to be built. It's not something that's just created and it's just in existence and then you go about your business. It's something that it needs to be developed and continuously maintained. And you know, if we compare it to things that are developed, let's say a bridge, right? They develop a bridge, it's secure, it's confident, it's like solid, yeah, but then you continuously, obviously as life goes on, there's wear and tear on a bridge. Things happen. If the bridge is used, as the bridge goes about its business, wear and tear happens, and then there's checkpoints as to when they need to ensure that the infrastructure of that said bridge is still solid, because even though it's been developed, even though it's been created, it needs to be maintained. Always said this about confidence, and I always shouted it from the rooftop, but I've never really fully practiced it in my life, because I didn't have to. I didn't like, I wasn't given, there wasn't a reason as to why I would have to do that, because there wasn't much changes in my life or to me. So now that there are some changes, it's like, okay, cool, all that gospel that you're spraying, that you're so confident, nobody can do nothing, you're not hearing anyone, like all those things I was spraying before, am I going to live by my truth? Am I going to adhere to all of the things that I've told people that you guys that have like DM me, DM, email, flipping, what's it called again, YouTube comments, all the things I've been saying and all the videos I've made previously? Am I actually going to stick by what I've said before? And right now, I'm happy that I can see that things are happening and I'm not as confident as I once was. But I'm okay with that, because confidence, as I said, is a development. It's a cycle. It needs to be maintained. When there's wear and tear, when there's indications of changes, you have to respond to it. You have to acknowledge it. So I'm not even like, even when I compare myself to people now, yeah, I'm like, no, like, okay, don't do that. I'm like, nah. You need to do that and you will come out of it. The main thing that I will never let myself do, and I will advise everyone, no matter what stage you are in terms of building your confidence or maintaining your confidence, never let it hit rock bottom. And if we use the same analogy of the bridge, ain't nobody gonna let a bridge break. Nobody is going to let a bridge destroy before they realize, actually, I need to maintain this bridge. You get what I mean? No one should ever let something that's been developed get so destroyed that is basically impossible to repair. Do you get what I mean? So when you acknowledge, when you see that, you know what, I'm not viewing myself the same as before, acknowledge it, but then actively work on it. Do you get what I mean? Actively realize that I need to get to a stage, or I need to do something to get back on this horse wagon. I need to do something to get back to where I was before, or even go past where you once was. So anyways, yeah, as African mothers always say, and they never actually do it, to cut a long story short, I'm not as confident as I once was, and this is something I feel like everyone will go through. And if you're someone where you're suffering with your confidence right now, you was either way more confident before or less confident before, or whichever, I just need you to realize that it's a circle. I just need you to realize that it's a cycle, that it's a development, and it's not a creation. It's not something that's just done and dusted. It's something that you need to nourish, you need to refine, you need to continuously work on. Do you get what I mean? It's something that you need to maintain, and whether that's through like buying clothes that you like, taking yourself out on dates, or doing things that make you happy, that make you remember that you're that bitch, that you've been that bitch, and you forever be that bitch. Anyways, thank you so much for watching my video. I will catch you guys in my next one. I need to look for somewhere to film tomorrow, and I'm gonna shut up, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.